coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
The Mexico Department of Public Safety said 3 teenagers are in custody tonight after a shooting. Good evening, I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
And I'm Blake Salmon. Thanks for joining us. 17-year-old DeKeese Dorsey was taken to the Audrain County Jail on suspicion of second-degree murder, first-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, and armed criminal action. Officials say 2 15-year-olds were also taken to detention centers on similar charges. Now, the shooting happened Friday evening in the 500th block of Muldrow Street around 5:30 p.m. Police found 27-year-old Tuan Williams of Mexico with a single gunshot wound. He was taken to St. Mary's Hospital but later died of his wound. One Mexico resident says the whole situation is just sad.
I was shocked, sad because of his age. He's very young, and I have a daughter and a son-in-law the same age.
This is a developing story. We'll have more information when it becomes available.
More than 1,500 people came to the state capitol today for the Midwest March for Life. This year's theme was Always Vigilant. The 9th annual rally included vendors and speakers from all over the state. Groups like Thrive and 40 Days for Life provided on-site resources for women. The Midwest March for Life organizer says resources are available to people who need them.
Food, clothing, education, they help them find a job. But the Pregnancy Resource Centers are there to help the woman with whatever she needs.
KOMU 8 also spoke to an advocate from the Missouri Abortion Rights Action League. She says if women have access to an abortion, they will have more control over their path to the path of lives they take.
A study that was done just last month found that 73% of voters do not want to see Roe v. Wade overturned. So this is not a 50-50 issue. A majority of Americans believe that women should have these fundamental freedom to decide the path that their lives take and if, when, and how they want to start a family.
The Missouri Abortion Rights Action League will be holding a lobbying day at the state capitol on March 5th.
Just a day after taking responsibility and apologizing for a decades-old racist picture, the governor of Virginia says he will not resign. Ralph Northam spoke about the controversy today and made a surprising admission in the process. NBC's Chris Pallone has the story.
Amid a chorus of calls for him to resign from Republicans and Democrats, Virginia Democratic Governor Ralph Northam says he will not.
I cannot in good conscience choose the path that would be easier for me in an effort to duck my responsibility to reconcile.
Northam's statement comes a day after a far-right website published this picture showing a person in blackface alongside another in a Ku Klux Klan hood and robe. It's from Northam's medical school yearbook page, a book he claims he'd never seen until yesterday. Friday, in a statement, the governor apologized and said he accepts responsibility for his past actions. Now he says it's not him.
But I believe then and now that I am not either of the people in that photo.
Protesters gathered outside the Virginia governor's mansion in Richmond Saturday morning, calling on Northam to step down, echoing the call many prominent members of Northam's own party.
He should resign.
In the same news conference where Northam insisted he didn't appear in the controversial photo, he admitted that in the same year, 1984, he won a dance contest dressed as Michael Jackson, and that he darkened his face with shoe polish.
It is because my memory of that episode is so vivid that I truly do not believe I am in the picture in my yearbook.
Northam says he knows people will find his explanation difficult to believe, but for now he plans to stay in office and hopes to earn forgiveness over time.
That was NBC's Chris Pallone reporting. Some calling for Northam to resign are Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez, the Democratic Governors Association, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Former Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill is also in support of Northam's resignation. She tweeted, quote, "The press conference did not help, made it worse. Our party is united in asking for resignation."
Hawaii U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard launched her campaign tonight for the 2020 presidential bid. Gabbard is an Iraq war veteran who was an outspoken supporter of Bernie Sanders when he was running for president. She will run her campaign as a supporter of a populist economic agenda. She says one of her major goals is to bring back 3 key values to the presidency.
I will bring this soldier's principles to the White House, restoring the values of dignity, honor, and respect to the presidency, and above all else, love for our people and love for our country.
Gabbard has been a member of Congress since 2013.
The Columbia Public Library offered a sneak preview of the upcoming True False Film Festival today. The Q&A session was a chance for community members to ask questions about the fest to event organizers and city officials. Attendees learned about ticket options and musical guests. And guess what? They even got a sneak preview of a couple of the films. One woman who attended the meeting says she's excited to attend the festival for the very first time.
There's a whole atmosphere of stuff going on, you know, the whole level of excitement and enthusiasm goes up in town all over the place, and that's fun.
The full lineup of films will be announced on the True False website on Wednesday. The festival takes place from February 28th through March 3rd.
You might have noticed an increased number of firefighters in Columbia this weekend. Around 1,000 firefighters from 7 states are in town for the MU Fire and Rescue Institute's annual Winter Fire School. This weekend, the Institute is offering more than 50 classes on a variety of topics, among them leadership, health and wellness, and vehicle extrication. Organizers say the weekend is a chance for firefighters from departments large and small to share ideas.
Fire is fire. You fight fire the same way. But when you're talking about the different ways that it's being handled at the volunteer level in the rural communities versus the way it's done in the metro area, each are unique and each learn from each other.
The Winter Fire School runs through noon tomorrow.
Today was quite the comfortable day out the door at 61 degrees for your high temperature. That's about 20 degrees above average for this time of year. On the way are even more unseasonably warm temperatures, but we do have temperatures dropping after that and rain chances in our forecast. That is all coming up later on.